impressions of the mural?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Something that you don't really expect. Obviously, you're going to playing footy just to have fun, and you try and represent yourself when you first start playing. But then to then come into a team environment, then it becomes team approach. And at the back end of my career, I sort of made it a real Midland theme focus for myself, because at the end of the day, that's where it's all started. And I mean, Brendan and Jade did an amazing job. Thanks to Midland Gate as well. For their support as well, because I used to always come here on a Thursday night with all the friends and walk around. So it's funny how the world works. You hang out one place and then all of a sudden you have an impact on that place as well.
What do you think they nailed, Sonny?
Well, I reckon I've got more muscles than that, to be honest with you. They nailed a lot. Obviously, they're really good artists, and that just speaks for itself. And like I said, they've done an amazing job. I'm proud of it, and it's definitely something that hopefully doesn't get graffitied.
The sign, obviously the Midland sign. Tell us about, I guess, the origin of that.
Yeah, well, that's sort of something that I over the last couple of years wanted to bring in as a main goal celebration, purely because, like I said before, I'm from Midland. All my junior footy started here, and it's a place where I found the fun of the game, the love of the game, and I've got lifelong friends here in Midland, Midvale Junior Footy Club. So it also holds a rich history of footy players, not only myself, Nick Nat, Chris Yaron, Jared Blight, Jeff Garlett played there as well. So it's not just representing myself, it's representing those that I played with, but also the people from the area as well.
When you retire, does it hit you how much impact you've had on people when you start hearing everyone talking about you again?
No, that's a weird thing about it. Like, while you're playing, you don't realise the impact that you do have, and the emotion has been such a roller coaster throughout this entire period of retiring that a lot of messages come from other people. And I went to an ADOC netball carnival yesterday and got swarmed by people, but I enjoyed that because it was just a sense of relief for myself, but then also it's also good to give back. And when you get people coming up to you crying and wishing it wasn't true about me retiring, also makes you feel good as well. But yeah, with the impact stuff, you don't really realise until you're actually finished. I didn't realise the impact that I had on people. I didn't realise the respect that I had in the community. You do lose that when you do play. A lot of different things like social media and that get in the way of what you really are as a person, and most of the feedback I've been getting has been based around what I'm like off the field, not really the stuff that I do on the field. It's more so me taking my time out to have photos, and the small things you don't realise at the time, they all essentially add up.
And to have the official farewell tomorrow in front of all the fans who love you, like, what will that be like for you? How emotional do you reckon you're going to get?
I reckon that'll be pretty emotional. Purely because, like, I love playing the game, and my whole childhood has been based around playing football and trying to make it to the AFL. And now that that's officially over, like, there's no more AFL, there's no more dream to be had in that sport. It definitely will be emotional. It's always like, what am I going to try and do next? Like, what's the next thing for me? I'm pretty determined. I'm pretty. I've got a hard head, so whatever I put my mind to, I'm going to try and do as well. So I kept saying it. I'm going to chuck in a basketball team, and I'm going to have some fun in that sort of sport. But yeah, I mean, in terms of tomorrow, it is emotional, but more so emotional for my family, the people that have been there right from the start, and that's more of a reward for their efforts, because at the end of the day, I wouldn't be there if it wasn't for them.
With that, your connection to the fans, they're all going to be standing if they can and cheering you. What have they done over the years?
Fans are integral to footy clubs. Without fans, would actually be no one. I'm no one if it wasn't for the fans and family and everyone that supports me and the footy club as well. So they play a big part in footy clubs, the AFL, and like I said before, the impact you have on them just from kicking a goal or a celebration or taking the time out of the day to just say hello and have a photo is important. And that's what I try to give back. I try to give back to the fans. I try to have fun throughout my footy and try and be a role model for the next person to come out and hopefully do what I'm doing and also what I've done for the last 17 years.
Do you hope that this mural will be, a model to the younger generation that anything is possible if you dream it?
Yeah, exactly, and also have confidence in what your ability is, regardless of if it's sport or, in the workplace. If you're trying to go for a job, always have confidence in yourself, and that's something that I felt I've always had. At times it does lack sometimes, and a lot of things will get in your way. But I hope that's a little, I don't know, something for them to walk past and want to be like as well. And you don't have to make it to the highest level to really enjoy something. You can also do it at the lower level as well. But everyone always asks me, like, what's any tips about football or anything like that? And I just say, just have fun. If you lose the love and the fun in things, you just won't enjoy it as much.
Sonny, how is the body feeling now? And is there any more sort of surgery that you need to have, I guess, to at least be able to enjoy your social basketball?
Yeah, there's a bit of a limp there still, but I was kind of born with that one as well. But I've still got to see the surgeon and see what the go is from there. I mean, I've still got to get a couple more scans on my knee to make sure that it is okay. And if it does come down to that stage that I do need surgery down the track, then I've got nothing to come back to. I can always do it just as long as the club looks after me in the recovery stage.
I want to talk about your former coach now.
That's weird.
It's weird. How have you seen Justin Lummier as a coach? You've had a lot of coaches over your journey.
Yeah, I mean, he's different to previous coaches. He's more, I wouldn't say laid back, but he's different to Ross Lyon and Mark Harvey, that's for sure. They're more the old school type coaches. And JL was more based around structure. He likes to nut down his structures, and he makes sure that every player knows them back to front. And I guess that's something that every club's doing these days, is trying to nail that structure, because you just need role players to get success. And I mean, he's been a huge role model for me just as a player, because through Mark Harvey, Ross Lyon, and also JL, I've learned different traits from those guys, and traits that I'm gonna hold for a long time.
The Ross took you to a grand final. Do you feel Justin can be this club's first premiership coach?
Yeah, I can, and we've got the team to do it. I feel like we definitely have enough leaders there to steady the ship when things do get tough. We just need that consistency, and I feel like we won 6 games straight. Obviously, it wasn't the result we wanted in Sydney, but at the same time, there's still a lot of games to go, and a lot of winnable games as well. Playing 3 more games at home, I think it is. We've got a tough challenge this week against Hawthorn, but at the same time, we're ready to go. We know that our best footy stands up against those better teams, and this week's just going to be that exact same thing. Focus on 1 week at a time, and continue on with our form.
What is it specifically about Justin that you think can make this team, and that he can make this club successful?
Well, like I said before, it's the structure. I feel like the structure is well sound, steady. It's not based on any individual at any given time. It's always based around the team, and everyone knows their role back to front. And I feel like with that sort of structure and that sort of role with that sort of team, anything's possible.